Hey guys, Adam here from directiontrader.com. Let's do a recap of today's live trading room and talk about what we see moving forward. Here on the S&P, we opened up this morning, we started to drop. As we were dropping, there really wasn't anything for me to do this morning out of the gate. A lot of people were probably questioning why I couldn't get trading opportunities. It's just one of them deals that I don't really chase a market. I like to trade pullbacks and retracements, a little bit of a momentum trader. So whenever these things drop without any retracement, any pullback, anything like that, I kind of am just stuck here watching. So that's what we did early on. We watched this thing drop, and then as we were coming down towards these lows, then we did get a trading opportunity as we broke down. So we came down, we found this low on the first pullback, we kind of just watched it, and then all of a sudden it picked up volume again. On the pullback, we took a nice short here. Our first short came at 8:54 Central Standard Time. A lot of you guys in the room were able to take it. Some of you managed for a smaller profit. Some of you guys know who you are in the trading room, were able to manage for a 5-point winner. That was our final target there, 5 points. So it ended up being a really great start. And luckily for us, we were able to capture that trade simply because the market went into a consolidation. And whenever the market goes into a consolidation and there's really no momentum one way or another, I don't get a lot of trading opportunities. So unlike last week where we had trade after trade after trade after trade, we did a whole lot of trading last week. Today was a day of discipline. We had that initial drop. We had to wait patiently. As we got another good anchor to the downside, we took a nice short there at 8:54 Central Standard Time for a nice move to the downside. Lots of traders in the room were able to get the full 5 points out of it, and then we went into this consolidation phase. I wasn't going to go long here after this big drop. After we've had a big drop here, our market internals were extremely bearish, so these micro moves to the upside, they just didn't interest me. They didn't interest me at all. We were waiting for some continuation. Sure enough, we continued to chop throughout the morning, and we were forced into being a little bit disciplined until we initially broke right before lunch to the downside. Okay, so pretty quiet day in the trading room. As you see into this afternoon, there was a lot more consolidation, just a lot of chop here. We never were able to break through them lows, so it was just a quiet day. All in all, we got a lot of talking. We went over a lot of subjects today in the live trading room. So all in all, it turned out to be a really great day. I've gotten some feedback, and I've talked to a couple members since then. But a day of consolidation here, which isn't a bad thing. Let me switch over to a daily chart, and let's talk about what we see here. Let me get rid of some of this stuff that we do not need here on the daily chart. So let me erase that and zoom in here. So as we see here, guys, we're trying to decide, is this thing going to continue its push to the upside, or is this actually putting in a double top? You can see we had higher highs, but lower highs on our momentum indicator. So is this an early sign of this market wanting to roll over? Are we putting in somewhat of a head and shoulders here on this S&P 500 and pretty much all the indexes? That is still to be determined. So what I'm going to be focusing on going into tomorrow's trading is this previous day's lows. The initial push is to the downside. We got a pullback, and now the market's starting to show signs that it could roll over and have a nice little run to the downside here. If that's the case, I want to pay attention to that previous day's lows. Why the previous day's lows and not the previous day's highs? Because the initial move is to the short side. So, going into tomorrow, I'm going to watch today's lows. If we can break below it, I'm looking one direction, kind of like I was this morning. If we hold it, then I see that we could be simply just resuming the original direction of this trend. Okay? Pretty short analysis today. The trading room was, we talked a lot today, but there was only, wasn't a ton of trading done. So going into tomorrow, the volatility is really great right now. We have the volatility is actually up. The VIX is up around 20 at this time, which is incredible compared to what we've been getting. So I do anticipate some really great trading here going into tomorrow and the remainder of the week. We're just forced to be a little bit disciplined today because the opportunities just weren't there for our methods. So we did have that early opportunity here, but we had to sit on our hands most of the day simply because we had to be a little bit patient as the market was consolidating just a bit. So I'm actually excited about tomorrow because usually after we get a consolidation, a period of consolidation, what happens? You get a nice break. So I will be optimistic moving forward for some good trading ideas, and we'll see whether them good trading opportunities come tomorrow or maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not real sure, but that is to be determined. And our job is to simply just show up every day and wait for our opportunities. So if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and reach out to me, Adam@directiontrader.com. If you leave a comment below these videos, I am the one that personally responds to them, so you can do that as well. But either way, if you get any questions, reach out to me. If not, thanks for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's recap.